Hey everybody, I hope you are doing so well. So let's take a look at this clip here. Let's talk about if you're poor. I think in this country you can pretty much expect to stay poor. Check this
Being
out.
poor is really expensive. For example, I need a new used car, but I can only afford a car that's about the $2,000 to $3,000 range. I can't really afford anything from a dealership or to get an auto loan. After scrimping and saving and looking at cars for months and months, cars that had all sorts of crap wrong with them, I found one that seemed like okay and seemed like trustworthy people to buy from. I went over to them, checked out the car, gave them my hard-earned money, and then on the way home I had a blowout. And then after I had a tow truck, a very expensive tow truck because I can't afford to have AAA, tow me to a repair shop, I get told that 3 out of the 4 tires need to be replaced. And also the wheel well that's holding one of the tires on is messed up and that needs to be fixed. So now this cheap car has cost me an extra $400. And then driving it home from the repair shop, the blinkers go out.
Oh my gosh.
Plus a myriad of other problems with this car that I don't know about yet. Money that I don't really have that I've been saving for months in order to have a car that I thought would be reliable and take me around town. Because I never will be able to afford a new car.
That's it. If you are poor in this country, hate to tell you the way things are going, there's no help for the American. You can pretty much, unless you hit the lottery, get an inheritance, maybe you've got a rich uncle you didn't even know about, surprise, expect to stay poor. There's no program to help you propel or excel to the next level. People now working jobs. Like one lady, I can't believe. Oh, she made $3 more. Oh my gosh! If your income had just been $3 more and she has no car, you could have got food stamps. But yeah, because you kind of made $3 over the threshold. But we have people coming to this country and, really now? Getting checks, food stamps. I've never seen thing like it. I have never gotten that kind of help. Who has? So yeah, the stack is pretty much it's the deck is stacked against you. Now, for $2 or $3,000, in my mind, of course, I would say expect some issues to be wrong with the vehicle, but this is how it goes down. And some people go get another job, and good for you, Duffy Moon. I understand trying to make it, but then the taxes, Bidenomics, can't fight it. More taxes out, and then you've got inflation. Can't fight it, can't win. So what are you doing? You're putting your body through it and you're working and working, working just to try to stay above water, and one little hiccup and you go under. No one's going to throw you a dinghy or a rafter to try to save you. No one's going to come in with a helicopter and say, hey, grab a hold to the rope, to the ladder. We're going to pull you out. It's just not going to happen. So now, yeah, I heard a saying called, I'm too broke, I'm too poor to buy cheap. People don't have an option. What that means is being poor, you're gonna buy an option that's you're gonna buy an item that's cheap that you can afford. That's all you can afford. But then you look up, it needs this, it needs that, it needs this, and it needs that. And before you know it, you're poorer than where you were before. So when you hear I'm too poor to buy cheap, in this day and age, you don't have an option. She didn't have 5,000, 7,000 for a vehicle. She had 2 or 3,000. Listen, you're lucky it's not the engine or the transmission, my darling, because then you're going to be looking at thousands of dollars instead of car you just purchased. You got to go ahead and maybe get back to the bus or something to save maybe again for months. And who in this stage can just save up, or a poor person, even just working a decent wage, can just save up 4,000 or 3,000 for an engine for major car repairs like that? Who can do that? So if you're poor in this country, you're a poor American, you can pretty much look to stay poor. There's not going to be a debit card for you with 9,000 on it for housing and food. You're on your own. The Americans, we are on our own. What's the saying when they say, hey, I'm from the government, I'm here to help? They're not even saying that. At least I don't hear it. Maybe to the immigrants, yeah. Illegal immigrants. But yeah, when you are poor, I think you can pretty much, I'm not going to lie to you, expect to stay poor. Oh, you're going to work hard, American dream. Yeah, it's turned into a nightmare. More Americans are losing their homes. More Americans are facing homelessness at record levels in this country. And the politicians do not care. They're not saying anything. I thought the Dems was to be our friend for the working person. But they're worried about the illegal immigrants. Oh, I'm hearing about they're getting qualified for housing. Really? How is that? No social, no credit check. How is that? All Americans are losing their homes. Again, I don't hear anyone speaking about that. So the question is why? So if you're poor, you can expect to stay poor. hmm Pull yourself up by the bootstraps. And we're told that in our community, as a minority community, kind of hard to do, dude. When you took the darn boots and the straps, I'm barefoot. I can't even get the darn boot on, and that's the case I think for most Americans. So pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Well, hell, the legal immigrants got the boot in the form of free food and debit cards, money toward thousands toward housing. But oh, why we got a big foot? What was it? And the first time I didn't qualify. What was it? $1,400. Ooh, that was a joke. Now some people that have kids, I understand they got a lot more money. If you're poor in this country, I hate to tell you, you can expect to stay poor. More of the jobs, more layoffs will continue. And if you think, well, it's going to be a seasonal thing, and they're going to go back, and they're going to bring all those jobs back, I think that thinking might be whack because I don't see it happening. See, when companies have all these layoffs, they're going to increase their bottom line. They're not going to sit up here and take from themselves and say, well, we feel bad about those people. Let's hire them back. No, they can get cheaper labor. Hence the open border. AI, cheaper labor. So the profits are going to keep coming in. Cheaper labor. And the ones that stay, well, they'll work. If you left there, they'll work you hard, and you can do the job of two people. And then I think people are constantly working under the fear of being terminated or let go because they know layoffs are everywhere. So you're like, oh my God, I'm so happy to be here. I don't want to mess up. Oh, I can't call in. Oh my goodness, I think I just left my left leg needs to be, it's not nothing I wish this on anybody. Oh no, I just lost my left leg in surgery yesterday. I better get to work. Can you like rest a little bit? Oh no. Got you so stressed out. It's a no-win, even with the job. So stressed out. Because any day that they might can fire me. I better do extra. I'll work late and not get paid. This is where we are. I've seen a large company always on TV advertising. Always on TV with that little thing advertising. Someone I know personally. That little thing, color green. Oh, he's so cute. Yeah. Person's relative died. You get 3 days off with pay. I'm not going to say the company's name. 3 days off with pay. Do you know the manager? I was told the manager asked them, hey, do you think after the funeral, that how they have the part where you go and eat, what have you? They go back to the local house, what have you, and they have, food, that kind of thing. Do you think you need 3 days off? The person was asked if after the funeral, like when they go to the burial ground, if they could come back to work. You get 3 days off. Do you think you really need three? You think after the funeral you can just come back to work? I mean, after that, they're just gonna have food and people sitting around, and you think you might can come back? Again, not saying who the company is, but you gotta be kidding me. As big as you are. And the sad thing is for the person to think about it. As big as you are, you want one person to come back to work after the funeral. I know it's family, but it was like your immediate family. You think you might can just come back to work after they put, leave the burden, just come back here. We got a lot of work to do. Wow. Speaks volumes. How insensitive. And from what I understand, the person didn't do it. I don't blame you. I wouldn't either. But now they got people so stressed and so pressed. So many layoffs. So you're going to do whatever needs to be done. Work extra, work hard, or whatever. And I'm speaking that in general. So if you're poor, expect to stay poor. You can't fight inflation. Have an extra job. Yeah, but you're paying more taxes, and it's just to stay afloat. Okay, bought a car, now you got some more expenses. I mean, again, the car is 2 or 3 thousand. In my opinion, you basically bought a shell. Just hope and pray it's nothing major. Tires, you're gonna have to wiggle that through. Just hope and pray it's nothing like, oh hey, you got this vehicle and your engine is shot. Then that's when it really gets bad. Start all over again. So yeah, you're gonna work hard, and if you work hard, a lot of people are working hard right now, and they're still just one little step before they starve. One little hiccup. Don't let alone miss a week's pay. It's that bad. So yeah, at this point, if you're poor, from what I can see, not to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm a realist, I might kind of expect to stay poor. Climbing the ladder, it's like you're trying to climb the ladder, and someone's down there. Inflation, this economy, they've got a saw and they keep sawing at you on a wooden ladder. And you're like, I keep going up and up, and it's farther away. At inflation taking you down, Bidenomics. Everything is going up except the quality of life for Americans and the paychecks. Let me know what you all think. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share, and I'm out.